Hello everyone! In today's video I will be sharing with you something a little bit different than usual. I've just listened to the latest interview of ARK Invest CEO Cathie and she had some really cool and interesting ideas about crypto and Bitcoin and also NFTs, so I thought it would be worth sharing with you guys as well. And if you are interested in the full interview, you can find it on the Benzinga channel on YouTube and also in the video description. And now let's listen to what she has to say about crypto and Bitcoin. Enjoy!
All right, that was our little thing for crypto. So you've been calling this, right? Like, I don't even know what to say. You bought it when it was so low and it was too large in your fund. But does Bitcoin continue to move higher from here?
We are very optimistic about Bitcoin in particular. And I think the big surprise to us, we had been expecting more institutional or professional interest, meaning institutions starting to put it in their funds, and to see Mass Mutual put $100 million of Bitcoin into the general account. Do you know how many hoops that an insurance company would have to jump through to be able to do that? Now, it's only 0.001% of a general account. However, just to get it in there, unbelievable. What has surprised us is the diversification that companies like Square, Tesla, and MicroStrategy, the diversification into Bitcoin on their balance sheets. They are starting to build their cash positions. Can you believe 2 years ago, people thought Tesla was going to run out of cash? Now it's built its cash positions to such an extent that it's diversifying about 8% into Bitcoin. I think it's a great insurance policy. It makes a lot of sense. And it's not, meaning if we go into an inflationary period, cash will lose its purchasing power. Bitcoin will not. In fact, Bitcoin, as you can see recently, is gaining purchasing power pretty dramatically. It's what's called a deflationary currency. All that means is your purchasing power goes up over time. And so I think more innovative, tech-savvy management teams are saying, why don't we diversify? What's the reason not to diversify? And so I think this is going to happen more broadly. That's a very big deal. So Tesla put 8% of its cash, I think Square's up to 5%, MicroStrategy, all of its cash. If all the corporations in the United States were to do that, somewhere in the 5 to, well, let's just say the 1 to 10% range, just diversifying into Bitcoin, that would add anywhere from $40,000 to $400,000 to the Bitcoin price. So it would double the Bitcoin price at a minimum. If it were only 1% diversification, it would push the price up almost 10 times if it were 10%.
Yep, and that's so you're staying bullish. And so the next question in the clubhouse, they wanted me to ask about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. Yeah. Do you think those are here to stay, crypto 2.0, or a passing fad, or no take on it?
Oh no, we're very excited about it. In fact, async ARK, did I get that right? Async Art, I believe, is a firm, a platform for artists, for digital artists. And what these artists can do, and I think we're going to try and do this ourselves through Async Art, is you can draw a painting, I don't know how to say it, digitally, however, and then it can build up in layers, and the original artist holds the base layer. Anyone who wants to build on a layer on top to modify the underlying will have to pay a royalty to the designer. And I think the great thing about NFTs is the original artist is on record there forever. There's no way to change it. That's the wonderful thing about blockchain technologies, immutability. And so the idea that someone could create a base layer of art and have others build on top and pay a royalty in order to, build up the ecosystem and each one earn royalties. That's so fascinating. Someone said, yesterday I read that an Oxford University professor said, this kind of reminds me of photography, if you want an analogy. Those original prints from the famous photographs, those original films are incredibly valuable. The first prints, extremely valuable, though less valuable perhaps than the original film, and so on. So
Yep.
There's an analogy out there.
No, absolutely. Okay.
And after this interesting section, I found another piece towards the end about digital wallets, which I thought was really interesting point of view to hear as well. So check it out.
And my last question is, in the news, there's a Rocket has been in there lately. It's a fintech company, technology. I own it. But my question is, you do a lot in fintech. You had talked to me about Japan, your partner there. Are you doing more in fintech? Do you look at like enabling technologies in the public markets, or is that more? Yeah, I just wanted to get your take.
We think that fintech is probably one of the most misunderstood of all of the technology platforms. Digital wallets. Digital wallets are going to, we believe, gut banks. So remember I told you the indexes have value traps? We think banks are among them. Now, banks and energy are both having a nice run here, nice value run. We're happy because that means the bull market is broadening out. Very happy about that. But be careful about the value stocks that you buy. Digital wallets are not only going to do our banking, they're going to be bank branches in our pockets or pocketbooks. We're going to do our banking. We're going to take loans. We're going to pay debit on our Cash App or our Venmo and other PayPal accounts. We're going to buy stocks and crypto. That already is happening. Millennials are leading the way here. I think banks are facing innovative dilemma. The innovator's dilemma, and I think they are going to have a hard time catching up. Old DNA versus new DNA.
And this is it. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also check the original full interview if you are interested. The links in the video description. I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video. Cheers!